Hello, my friend. My name is Veronica Winters, and in this video, I'm going to show you how I've painted this artwork. It's oil on panel with a lot of aluminum leaf that gives this silvery effect. The inner inspiration for this painting comes from my emotions and ideas about life. The title of this painting is Faith, but it's not about the religious practice. It's more about belief in oneself, because as human beings, we need to believe in something or someone very powerful. And this faith keeps us alive in the most difficult moments in life. So I wanted to create a painting that communicates this idea, because it's not about an ideology for me. I wanted to depict a conviction in my abilities that I found inside. We all want to be loved and accepted for who we are, in searching for approval on the outside, but it's not always a given. Faith in myself is. And so this painting is the depiction of faith in myself. My visual inspiration for this painting comes from Spanish art. I visited Spain, and I really loved the symbols that I saw there. I really like this stylization of the pomegranate. It reminds me of an open heart. And I was searching for this symbol for the heart for some time, because it's been overused in art. And I wanted to find a different symbol which carries the same meaning of the open heart. And so to design this painting, I basically collected my references, and I made a sketch of the face, and I made the sketch of the overall idea. And then I used Photoshop to combine my pictures to make a complete visual model for the painting. And this is what I call a mood board. It consists of my pictures and sketches. Leafing itself requires a lot of work, a lot of preparation, and a strong design strategy, because I cannot touch or change it during the painting process. So I glued the leaf over the panel around my sketch. After processing the leafed surface, I am ready to paint. Unlike I've done in the past, now I tend to paint in full color from the start. It is still the underpainting for me, but I begin layering the skin tones in full color. For that, I pre-mix my paint, and it allows me to have the consistency I need to create subtle transitions in tones. I begin painting the green leaves very carefully, um, because I cannot erase or repaint them, and that's why you see very few leaves flying around the portrait in the beginning of my painting. I also wanted to create a flow of the leaves and lines and the pomegranate seeds around the portrait, but the hardest part about this is that you cannot really repaint anything over the leafed surface, because it contaminates the surface, and it loses its shine. And that's why I had to make a decision in one stroke. Basically, I couldn't repaint it, and what I placed on my panel stays there forever and ever. That's why it's so difficult. You can't really make a mistake, or if it's a mistake, you have to live with it. Eventually, I make 2-3 layers, painting every leaf just like the same as the skin tones, because I think the paint lays in too thinly in the first layer, and it just needs a punch and details that I'm adding in my subsequent layers. I'm using a liner brush to make very thin lines, and this is one of the most difficult things to do. It took me a very long time to figure out how to paint thin lines. It requires a great control of my hand and the brush. I also have to have the right amount of paint to create thin lines. I loved painting the pomegranates seeds. Once again, it reminds me of an open heart, and I think it's just a very beautiful element that I really like in this painting. And as you can see, it's a very slow and meticulous process. It took me 1 month to paint this painting. Usually when I speed the things up, some artists complain that I make it so quick that nothing can be seen. And so in this video, I'm trying to just connect the files without speeding them up, so you can see how slow and meticulous the actual process is. I always start painting from the shadows, from the darks, and I model the form this way. And then I take another brush and paint the highlights. I sprinkle the pomegranate seeds around the portrait and to create movement this way as well. I often turn my paintings upside down to paint the anatomy and other elements because it throws our brain off, and I cannot really see it as an eye, for instance, but I focus on the lineup of the features and the size of the eyes. This painting was a very big struggle for me in terms of the anatomy. I couldn't figure out the position of the facial features for a long time, and the rotation of the panel helps me to fix the mistakes. Here you see me painting the eyes, and once again I'm not speeding it up this time, and you can see that I'm using a very small brush, so the process itself is incredibly slow and deliberate. This is done in several layers because I can build the values and subtle transitions by cross-hatching the paint. Whenever you paint the lighter areas, they need to be built up in comparison to the shadows that should remain transparent. Also, when the previous layer is dry, I often add a little bit of light paint and spread it around to create this softer transition, or to create this softness over the previously applied layer. It has the unifying effect because sometimes you need just a little bit of lighter paint to connect the tones, and this technique helps me with that. And this is the finished painting. You can see more images on my website, and you can also buy this painting from my website or contact me directly. And so this painting is a depiction of faith in oneself. You as a human being should believe in yourself. It should be a very strong belief. Otherwise, it's very difficult to do to be successful in life. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe here or go to my website and subscribe to my art notes. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.